ladies and gentlemen, it's finally started here with our first match. We got the blue team over here, the red team over here. Let's find out what the red team's going to be running. Guardian, Engineer, Elementalist, and a Necro. What do we got over there on the blue team?
Looks like they're going to be rolling with a Guardian, Engineer, Elementalist, another Guardian, and a Ranger.
The double Guardian, Engineer, Ranger, and Ellie. We got the double Ellie over on the red side. A lot of this will come down to teamwork. It's a 5 versus 5 competition. And it is a control point based mode where there are 3 control points on the map. There's the windmill, there's the center, which is the clock tower, and there's the mansion.
And also to spice things up a little more, there's a trebuchet on the map for each side to use. Using the trebuchets, it's fairly skill-based. You've got to angle it right. You've got to hold down that number 2 skill to give it a good power shot. Once you think you've got enough power in it, you let it rip. It'll slam into the ground, knock everybody back, and do quite a bit of damage. Really great for use, for using to really clear out anybody that's dug in on the center. If someone's really bunkering down on one of these points, one tread shot will just decimate them.
And it looks like both teams are ready. We didn't even need to prompt them to go. And just like, let's get this started. Now the way this is going to work is that we're going to have a little mini bracket. You can consider this semifinal number 1. Then we'll bring up 2 more teams. The winner of the 2 semifinals will go on to the finals. And the winner of that match will go on to face the ArenaNet staff. So here we go. The game has begun. Red on the move out. What will their initial strategy be?
Looks like blue is already starting to take their first point here. Red is still running around, getting in position, which means blue will have a chance, possibly get a few points on the board before red has a chance to score. And there it is right there, blue with 2 already. Red has no capture points yet. And it looks like they're going to go right to the center here for their first engagement. Looks like 2 on 2. The red team is already working on capturing that center point. It's really important that when a capture point is neutral, that you fight in that capture point. Oh, there's a tornado right there now. It's going to start booting everybody around and everything. But there are still quite a few red in there and very few blue. This is going to give them a few kills, or a few points for kills. And if they're able to get that center capture point taken care of, that'll definitely give them a big lead. Right now, 22-0, as red focuses the center and manages to take it.
I do like the idea of using that tornado right away to try to control the center point, since it does have a huge cooldown, I believe 180 seconds. It's good to use right away. That way, later on in the match, where it could be really critical to clear out one particular spot, you can go ahead and use it. Now, it wasn't super beneficial because there wasn't a whole lot of support in addition to that, and red still took the center, but we're now tied a point apiece. Looks like Revive goes up there on his pet. And it's now 32 to 41 right now. Trying to keep the red team from running that trebuchet.
Yeah, doing a great job of making sure they're chasing him off. They're going to run him down, it looks like. And at this point, I'm not sure why they're not just fighting each other. They're both pretty low, it looked like. Here comes a stomp, which will give them 10 points right off the bat, which, due to Red's kills so far, they've maintained a minor lead.
Yeah, when you down an opponent, go up to them, hold down the F key. So that red warrior beating on the guy on the ground, hold down the F key.
What will happen is, if you decide not to hold down the F key and stomp your opponent, they will have an ability that will come up basically from its started cooldown. Right. They can stand back up, and if it's a warrior, they can get up and start fighting again. If it's an Ellie, they can hit their mistform and get out of the area. It's very risky to not stop. It looks like there's a red and blue open field fight here, which is going to waste a lot of red's time and possibly cost them some kills. Meanwhile, blue still maintains 2 control points, so during this fight, their score is just going up.
Yeah,
Blue now with a triple cap. This could be over very quickly for red.
Yeah, red team has to get on those control points. They just respawned 2 players back in the game. And right here we've got a Guardian. Oh, takes out the Ellie.
Here comes a stomp, but maybe there's the knockdown before he's able to get it off. It might be enough time to save their ally who's down on the ground. There's the rally right there, it looks like, while one member goes down. Oh, excuse me, he used his 3rd skill there, Mist Form, to get him a little distance, but it didn't get him very far. It buys him a little time, but it doesn't look like there are any red in the area.
No, and I mean, you can just see how quickly the points are racking up here for the blue team, having those 3 spots. Looks like the clock tower is now neutralized and under contention. Does that mean that the red is taking it over? Actually, there's a 1v1 in the clock tower right now. And here comes the second red. Tornado is activated, throwing the reds out, and that might allow blue to take this yet again. He's about halfway done on the capture of it.
That's a great strategy to use. That
great strategy.
That knockback just clears out the area. Oh, there's another knockback right down the ramp. A little bit of fall damage, and blue maintains another triple cap.
I think it was totally worth it. It was a 1v2. He activated his elite. The elite's the tornado for the Ellie. As you saw, you actually physically move the tornado around. You sort of manifest yourself as the force of nature, and then if it hits an opponent, it sends them flying. If you keep your opponent out of the capture point, it will allow you to capture, and they do not stall the progress of capturing that point.
And it looks like red team is going to try and muscle their way back into the center. They managed to neutralize the 3 caps that blue team had. But is it going to be enough? They need to really make sure they clear that ring, and no blue is able to get in there to contest it.
I mean, blue is just dominating right now. No one's really going after the outside points at all. And, you know, they may seem like the minor points, but when you control 2 of them, they become such a crucial aspect. Red does control the middle, but with such a huge deficit in points, they need more than 1 control point if they want to be able to bring the score back in their favor.
And we have seen it before where one team starts slipping and starts losing traction, and the other team is very easily able to come from behind using the trebuchet, defending their capture points, and they're able to close that gap. We saw one earlier today, actually, where that very thing happened.
And you know what? Got to watch out. Very, very soon we might actually see. Oh, there it is.
Tread shot in the center, knocking everybody out.
Yep.
Knocking down red right there. Here comes the stomp, which will give them some points too. And it looks like they'll have no issue holding the center.
But red is going to get onto that. Excuse me, blue actually controlling it. And still sending more and more tread shots in there.
Blue team now maintaining 2 while red is not able to hold theirs. Red is generating
red team.
no points right now.
455 to 135. Blue team doing a good job controlling the points, and then when they needed to, having 1 member fall back, operate that trebuchet, get the job done, and it looks like they are just moments away from potential victory.
Yeah, it looks like blue team is doing a great job keeping them busy open field, especially when they have those 3 capture points. They managed to actually pull the red team away from those capture points and just kind of distract them, not necessarily cut them down, but just keep them busy to prevent them from neutralizing.
And with 20 points remaining.
And that will be it.
And there it is. 500 blue team wins. Red team, nice try. You're going to have the opportunity to watch the next 2 teams play before you engage in battle with them.